How to raise financially independent children. As a parent, your duties to your child extend far beyond feeding, clothing, sheltering, and providing other basic needs. It is also important that you prepare them for the future that awaits them when they leave your house. One of the best ways to do that is to talk about money issues with them. According to recent research, almost 80% of parents in America still provide some financial institution to their older children. At least half of these parents shoulder so much of their older kids' bills, including things as trivial as utilities. The term older kids is pretty relative. Some kids generally gain their independence faster than others. Some take longer as a result of academic pursuits or other important endeavors. Whatever applies to your situation, you do not want to keep bailing out a 30 or even 40-year-old who has refused to take responsibility for their finances. As soon as your child is old enough to work part-time, they should start picking up some of their bills. By the time they are 21, you should have taken a step back in their finances and only bail them out occasionally. As they grow older, these occasions should slowly die out. This method might sound harsh to so many people, but you owe it to yourself to have a debt-free retirement. Instead of spending all your money bailing out a child that is old enough to do every other thing that adults do but take care of their own finances, you should be saving for your future. You are not being selfish. You are preparing them for their future while ensuring you do not go impoverished when you retire. It is a win-win situation for everyone. Remember that you will not always be there to rescue them when things go wrong. Just as you would not stop your child from taking their first steps, even if they might hurt themselves, you should not stop them from making financial decisions for themselves. That is why financial education is one of the best things you can do for your child. Fortunately, there are many fun ways you can do this. If you start soon enough and take all appropriate steps, you can raise financial gurus that would not come running to you every time things get a little tough. At Street Savvy Finances, we are dedicated to helping you sort through all your financial challenges through simple and proven steps. In this video, we examine 10 simple and proven ways to raise financially independent kids. Ensure you watch the video to the end, click the like button, and subscribe to the channel for more great content. Back to the video. Here are 10 steps that can help you raise financially independent children. Number 1. Lead by example. Children are generally very impressionable. They pick up habits easily, especially when they are young, and these habits stay with them for a long time. You would have noticed that your child eats the way you or tries to imitate the way an older person walks. They might not even be aware of what they are doing, and they just do those things. It is the same way they would pick up your financial habits. If you are a parent that spends it all and saves nothing, there are high chances that you will raise children that have the same attitude towards money. To avoid this highly unpleasant outcome, clean up your financial situation immediately. Have financial goals and follow them to the latter. Stick with a good budget. Save and prepare well for your future. Your kids see everything you do with your money, and they will slowly pick up these habits. Also, it is pretty difficult to educate another person about their finances when you do not have the faintest idea about what you are doing with your own. Number 2. Talk to kids about money. Many parents make the mistake of not having detailed discussions about finances with their children. Some parents would rather spend hours bickering about dirty rooms and neglected chores than have meaningful real-life conversations with their kids. We are not undermining the importance of clean plates and rooms. We are only saying there are more important things. Your kids need financial education, and it is something you do not want to leave in the hands of others. Talk to your children about the household's finances. Let them help you draw up a grocery list while sticking to a strict budget. Let them know that money does not just fall from an abstract place. It comes after hard work, and even more work is needed to keep it or multiply it. Do not be the parent whose 16-year-old spends money they have done nothing to earn. Talking to your kids about money will certainly take a whole lot of worry from your plate, now and in the future. Number 3. Teach them how to make a budget. If the United States needs a budget to run effectively with all of its resources, who are you not to need one? Governments, organizations, and institutions need a good budget to keep things running smoothly and ensure some form of sanity. So do individuals. This is why it is important that you teach your child the importance of drawing a budget and sticking with it. But you can only do this if you follow one yourself. As soon as your child starts making money from allowances, gifts, and picking up extra chores, ensure you establish that it is not a free market. They cannot just spend everything they earn, buying things they probably do not even need. Every month, the household should come together to make individual and household budgets. Start by helping your child determine the difference between wants, needs, and goals. This approach has many advantages. 1. You will be raising disciplined children who understand the need to save resources for rainy days. 2. They will be able to save enough money to buy certain things for themselves, thereby relieving the burden on you. Number 4. Help your kids learn to save before they spend. In the words of Warren Buffett, billionaire investor and businessman, do not save what is left after spending, but spend what is left after saving. Financial goals, like all goals, need a lot of discipline, grit, and determination. Help your children hone these special traits by teaching them to save before spending. This might prove to be a difficult venture, but you need to stand your ground and explain the importance of savings in a language they can understand. Also, cultivating the same habit yourself will help immensely. You can check out our videos on budgeting for teens and budgeting for kids for more tips about teaching your child how to budget and save for the future. Number 5. Help them discover strengths and interests that could be potential moneymakers. The importance of multiple streams of income cannot be overemphasized. Moreover, the world is moving away from tedious 9-to-5 jobs and paper qualifications. This is why you need to help your child discover strengths and interests that could supplement whatever they get from their regular jobs. If your child loves to draw as a pastime, help them develop that interest into a lucrative endeavor. This will not stop them from doing other things, thereby producing multiple streams of income. With that, it will certainly not need to run to you for money all the time. As a parent, you should also discover interests that could be potential moneymakers for you. Number 6. Teach them about needs and wants. For most children and even some adults, wants outweigh needs. That is why people will spend hundreds of dollars on designer bags, while they have unpaid credit card loans, student loans, and auto loans. An important aspect of every child's financial education is differentiating between these two concepts and knowing which one comes first. For instance, if a person has unpaid utility bills and credit card loans but sees a bag at the store they really like, they will most likely go for the bag if they do not have their priorities right. Of course, they have many other bags rotting away in their closets, but the new one has an extra pocket or a really cool color, and there is really no burning desire to pay their bills. After buying the bag, the utility company, bank, and other creditors will come knocking, but the store has a strict no-return policy. It might have the bag they want and will probably not use it for long, but they also have a lot of debts. This unpleasant situation would have been avoided had they realized that the bag was a want and should never have come before their needs. We are not against designer bags. We are only against forfeiting important things for less important ones. This is why we believe it is important that you educate your child about the differences between wants and needs so that they will learn to forfeit the less important things for the more important ones. Number 7. Set financial goals for kids. Everyone should have clear-cut financial goals, including your kids. Imagine if your 10-year-old wants a really cool bicycle or game console, and they can save towards purchasing it. That is one less thing for you to worry about. Just help them by drawing up a feasible saving plan to achieve the goal. As an extra source of motivation, you can paste a picture of the item on their bedroom wall. Every time they feel like giving up, the picture will urge them to keep going. This does not mean you should not buy things for your kids. That is still very much your responsibility. You only need to use certain wants as a learning tool to prepare them for the future. Also, as they grow older, you can help them take on more intense goals, such as saving for college. And they do not even need to do these things alone. You could add a little to whatever they save to make things a little bit easier for you and them. Number 8. Teach them the importance of passive income. Passive income is a regular stream of income that is not earned from one's employer. Stocks, cryptocurrencies, mutual funds, high-interest savings accounts, real estate properties, and many other investment instruments are great passive income sources. That is why you and your kids should know how these things work so you can have multiple streams of income. Number 9. Help them keep up with trends in the financial world. As of October 5, 2009, $1 was equivalent to over 1,300 bitcoins. Today, one bitcoin is over $60,000. Many people missed the opportunity to join the community when the cryptocurrency was going for almost nothing. This is what happens with almost all forms of investments. They start small, and as they become more popular, prices skyrocket. While those who join later make some profit, those who join in the early stages make their investment back in multiple folds. This is why you should teach your child how to recognize investment instruments with high potentials. In the words of Tom Ferry, all it takes is one breakthrough. Those that bought and held bitcoins in large quantities are now millionaires and billionaires. As the value of the digital asset continues to increase, so will their investment. If your child knows what to look out for, they will get their breakthrough early. However, you must also teach them about the risks that come with such ventures. Number 10. Learn to say no. The last thing you need to learn to do is to say no. Children are very adorable, and it is almost always impossible to say no to them. They know this, and they will keep extorting you because you have not learned the word no. Learn to say no to irresponsible and reckless spending. Learn to say no to some of your child's desires and wants. It is not torture, bad parenting, or emotional abuse. They will not get scarred if they do not get one toy when they have so many other toys lying around. Say no when necessary so they learn to cherish what they have. It would be an invaluable lesson when they are on their own. Children pick up lasting habits at a very tender age. So the best time to start your child's financial education is now rather than later. Be committed, disciplined, and firm in your approach so they can live independently when the time comes. Thanks for watching this video. Please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and turn on post notifications. Bye for now.